Whoa, 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 sir! You do not have your proper PPE to be starting a chainsaw. We need to be going through the steps so you are safe to run this saw. Are you prepared to learn?
I guess so.
All right, let's go. All right, for July's safety minute, I'm going to be going over chainsaw safety, the equipment necessary to run a saw, as well as the functions of a chainsaw and a little bit of the operating side of things. So first off, fire equipment wise, when running a saw, you need to have a shovel. Handle needs to be 28 inches minimum, as well as an 8-inch face. So we have that here, as well as a Pulaski. In case a fire breaks out, we can dig trail with this, chop line. Also, is a 5-pound ABC fire extinguisher. In case the fire breaks out, you don't want to dig line, and you can just use this. You should be good to go. More than enough to put out a small fire if you catch it quick enough. Also, it's a hard hat, gloves, and ear protection. And we also have chaps. These particular chaps are full length, so they cover up part of my feet, my heel, and my legs. Okay. Oh, and eye protection. That's very important so you don't have chips flying back and getting in your eyes when you're running your saw. So now I'll go over features of a chainsaw. Here we have a Husky 562, a new saw I got this year. Thank you, Dr. Fairweather, for approving the saw. It's a great one. So, first feature I'll show you is the chain brake. Forward on your saw stops the chain. So as you're running it, chain spinning, if your hand slips off, it engages it forward, immediately stops your chain. To take it off, all you gotta do is pull forward until you hear the click, and that releases your brake and you can continue to operate your saw. This particular feature for the start and stop, the operation of the saw, is really easy. It's called an always on feature. So right now it's just in its on position. All I got to do is pull it out to set a choke, and then once I'm running my saw, if I ever need to stop it for whatever particular reason, all I have to do is press down on the knob, and it'll shut off the saw, and then it automatically goes back into the on position so I can continue to operate it and start it. Alright, now we will go to the operation side of the saw. Alright, now we're going to go over the operation of the saw, starting the saw. So the first thing you want to make sure you have is your chain brake on. There I just popped it forward, heard a click, so it engaged the brake, and so the chain won't spin once I start it. So I'm going to go over the two OSHA approved starting methods. One of them is setting it down on the ground, putting your foot in the hand well, and starting, and then just pulling up from there. So there I had to choke it, and once you kind of started to hear the engine go, it usually shuts off. Then return your on and off switch to just its normal position, and should just take 1 or 2 pulls to get the saw going again. So right there, what I did for you is I started up the saw, got the chain spinning, and then I engaged the brake. And as you could see, the chain stopped immediately, even though we still had some high RPMs and the engine was running. So now I'll go over the next method of starting your saw, and it's between the legs. So once again, I'm going to engage your chain brake, and it's on. Then you stick your handle between your legs, and all you gotta do is pull. Start. Take your chain brake off. And then engage your brake again once you're done. So now we'll go to cutting an actual log. Alright, now we're going to the operation of a saw. So a couple things you want to keep in mind when you're getting ready to run your saw cutting wood is make sure that your leg that's on the bar side of the chainsaw is not in line with your blade, with your chain, in case you have a kickback, that your saw comes off to the side or it kicked down, depending on what you're doing, and come down and hit your leg. So I also keep my right leg back, but I'm making sure that I have a steady platform so I'm not off balance. Another thing you got to watch out for is the kickback zone on your bar. It's generally within the first 4 or 5 inches of your bar. What it'll do is you're cutting in, if you don't have it perfectly flat, chain can come up and get you in the face, get you in the leg. Multiple things can happen there, and definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the saw and just do a really quick cut. I try and utilize kind of the back, the middle of the bar to the back part of the bar. Really minimizes your chances of a kickback. So I'm going to get this going. Okay, here we go. There we have 3 different cuts. Nothing came along. I try to follow exactly the steps that I told you. And as long as you keep these steps in mind when you're operating a saw, have all your necessary safety equipment on, you should be good to go. Thanks.
He's going. There she goes. Yes.